Hello and welcome to another West Wales karting virtual race, and today we are here at the Texas Motor Speedway road course using the infield section, which is a 2.82 mile, well it says 4-turn circuit, it isn't 4 turns obviously because that's the oval, and we are racing in the track day B cars, and they're on the rolling start now with Stuart Davis on pole position, and they're away. And it's green light here, and Stuart Davis looks down the inside, he's had a bad start, and slam, he's in the barrier. Stuart Davis has had a terrible start, and he's been pushed into the barriers. BDCC down there is up from about 6th in the grid, and he's finding his way through the inside of everyone on the inside of the oval here. And there's Crazy Stupot, he's in the lead. The Scootery Sam finds himself on the outside, and BDCC Dan goes through into second, but he's pushed Sam wide and bang, and BDCC Dan loses control, and now Scootery Sam is in the air, and he's collected Alex CDL as well there, and Chris Doherty and D-Man are battling away, but there's Chris, he's gone off on the grass there in turn 2, and D-Man 221 resumes his battle with Alex Brown, and there's the unfixed drone, and now the unfixed drone is off too. He's doing a bit of lawn mowing on this first lap here, and it's been an absolutely hectic start to the race here. The positions have all been mixed up from what they were on the grid, and there's going to be an exciting race in store now, I think. And the unfixed drone is off again. Oh, and he's facing the wrong way, and he collects a couple of cars, and there's a bit of a traffic jam now going on as we look now at Alex Brown in that blue and white car. Alex has made his way up very well indeed, and he's now in second position despite only practicing on this track just earlier in the day, but now he's under threat. Look, because D-Man 221 has found his way through on the inside. A fantastic effort there by D-Man 221 to get up into second. We see a replay here now, looking on board from Stuart Davis, who was on pole. And does he make contact here? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like, oh, you see the cars flashing by there. It looks like he's had a bit of a glitch or something with his car. Look, his car's decided to go on its side and decided to roll over. There's BDC Sedan was very lucky not to get collected by all that, as he got through there off on the inside of everybody in that blue machine. And you see now with BDC Sedan, he outbrakes, I think, everyone apart from Crazy Stupot there in that orange car. And he runs a little bit wide, a little bit of understeer. I think that pushes Scootery Sam off in the grass, and then BDC Sedan, look, he just breaks traction and collects Sam as Sam is recovering. So then the field flashed by, that's never a good feeling. And there's Stuart Davis having an incident all by himself there, with his car flying up in the air. It's clearly just a glitch though, I think. He's got a lot of ground to make up now. We're on board here with Baz and Ninja, and there's that was Big Bad Wolf on the outside, and do they collect each other? Yes they do, look, and they're both in the wall. And I think Big Bad Wolf got through there in the other Honda. And these track day B cars, we've got a lot of drivers here using the Caterham, which do seem to be the more favoured option. Seem to be a little bit quicker around this track. But we've also got some drivers using the Honda as well. Now the Honda is a little bit, there it is, Big Bad Wolf in Honda, is a little bit more like a bike. And there's Alex CDL who's also in a Honda. They handle a bit differently, but they're a little bit slower. So we've got another battle going on with the Hondas, and also another battle with the Caterham, so we'll see how that plays out. At the moment it's Crazy Stupot though leading the field in that orange and black Caterham, and there is Stuart Davis, his teammate, West Wales Karting livery teammate, and he's trying to go up the inside here of Alex CDL and the white Honda. Alex CDL runs a little bit wide. Oh, and Stuart Davis has got a great run here out of the corner, and he's got him, I think. Will Alex have another look? No. This is the last corner, so Alex has thought better of it there. He knows he's in a different race today. He's racing the Big Bad Wolf and Baz Ninja, and right on board now with D-Man 221. D-Man 221 overtook Alex Brown, and now he is in second, and he is in the slipstream here of Crazy Stupot. So as you can see, they go around this banked corner now, which is part of the Texas Oval Speedway. And oh look, Crazy Stupot's run wide. And this has given D-Man the chance, but no, look, they collide. D-Man tries to look up the upside, but up the inside, and no, D-Man spun again. He's lost traction at the rear as he's trying to recover. And he's on the grass, spinning around, and now he's got back onto the circuit again, and that's a big shame for D-Man, because he could have got into the lead there. Crazy Stupot made a crucial error, I thought. And unfortunately, a little tap, and around he went. And it's so easy to do in these cars. They've got a relatively long wheelbase. Rear-wheel drive, of course, and well, it's very easy to break traction on these cars too. As we look at Scuderia Sam now, he had a terrible start as well, of course. He got collected by everybody, and a little cheeky nudge there on Alex CDL. I don't think Alex will take very kindly to that. He might have just outbraked himself a bit, but Scuderia Sam now, he's recovered up into 5th position. As oh look, Alex coming down the inside, didn't quite make it, and yeah, he's in a different battle with his Honda racers. And we'll see now the Caterham, I think, just pull away on this straight. It's got a little bit more straight line speed, reaches about 150, 160 mile an hour on the straight, compared to the Honda, which is at least 5 mile an hour down, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe even 10 mile an hour. You see the kilometre an hour sign coming up on the dash there as we ride on board with Alex CDL's Honda. But yeah, these drivers in the Caterhams, they've also got the push to pass, or the KERS system, whatever you want to call it. Which gives them an extra boost. So they have 10 of those that they can use. And who's this? Oh, this is D-Man. Look, he's just got back past Alex after a spin, so he's back in the fight now, back in the thick of it. Alex Brown, that is, in the Caterham. He's not gonna... Oh, he's got back past him again. And Alex down the inside of D-Man 221. So, a fantastic battle going on for second, but this is allowing Crazy Stew Pot just to get a little bit more breathing space, so we'll see if he can hang on there in first position, or if these two can catch him and make it a three-way battle for the lead. As I was saying, it's going to be definitely a strategy come into play as to when these drivers use their 10 boosts or push to pass that they have during this race. They've got 10 of them, they can use them at any point in the race, so we'll see who keeps them for the end and who uses them all up in the beginning. And now we're riding on board with Alex Brown. He's looking in his mirrors. You see that yellow car of D-Man 221 menacing the back of Alex Brown's car, and he's going to look down the inside surely here, is he? Alex has left him some space, but Alex has run wide. He's understeered into the barrier. Oh, and there's D-Man 221. Oh, and he's gone. Where's D-Man 221? Is he still there? Yes, he is. I thought they might have made contact then, but Alex Brown got some understeer, and in turn 1, and that allowed D-Man to have a bit of a chance, but he didn't quite get enough traction coming out of it. And that chicane there, you saw them going through, that has got a penalty put on it. If you cut that chicane, you will get a penalty. So this race we've got corner cutting penalties on, and that's just to stop drivers just straighten that chicane there in the infield section, as it's so easy to do. But we're on lap 5 here now. Crazy Stewpot is leading, and oh, I think that was Unfixed Throne. He was round again. Yes, there he is, look. And he's just recovering. He's back on the circuit now. Unfixed Throne is down in 12th position in that Caterham. There's Chris Doherty in 10th position in the red and white machine. Chris Doherty, of course, was very quick in the Clio cars, and he's also a very good touring car driver too. He races real life cars as well, so he knows what he's doing. And there's Scuderia Sam. I think Chris is not liking these rear wheel drive cars quite as much as the front wheel drive cars, but he's still a very good driver. And we're looking at Crazy Stewpot now, our leader. He's just got a second over the chasing couple of cars behind him in Alex and even 221. And closing up very quickly, look, just 3.5 seconds behind the leader, Stuart Davis. Stuart Davis, who was on pole position, but had that incident and was all the way at the back of the field, is now back up into 4th position already, and he's catching quick, setting fastest laps of the race, so we'll see how that plays out. As Chris Doherty goes past the Unfixed Throne. I think Chris has made his pit stop there, and the Unfixed Throne gives him plenty of room. The Unfixed Throne is a very reliable driver usually. He's very tidy, very neat driver, so it's a bit unusual to see him spinning like we have already in this race a couple of times. But these cars are very easy to break traction, and hopefully he's got a lot of push to passes saved up so he can power his way back into the race later on. So lap 7 of 28, Alex Brown. Oh look, Alex Brown is in the lead. What happened there? So Alex is in the lead. He's past Crazy Stewpot. He must have had an incident somewhere. Alex has taken full advantage of that. So Alex Brown leads the pack then, as Crazy Stewpot now is chasing D-Man 221, so he's fallen back behind Z-Man as well. And there's Stuart Davis in the other orange car, and there's Scuderia Sam in the red car chasing them. So it's going to be a 5-way battle for the lead before long, just 5 seconds separating them all. Stuart Davis was absolutely on a mission, and Scuderia Sam struggling to keep up a little bit, I think, yeah. And oh, he's gone round. Scuderia Sam, he's on the grass on the inside of the last corner. He's had a spin. Look, incredible. This is quite unusual. He's just broke traction, but you see that big rear wing on the car, and as soon as you get down to the lower speeds, it's very easy to do that because you don't have that downforce anymore. So you just break traction a bit, and suddenly you're around, and that's exactly what happened to Scuderia Sam there. So he's lost about 5 seconds with that spin. So he's 10 seconds behind the leaders now. So hopefully the front few will start. Oh, I think, what was that? Alex Brown's run wide. Oh, and D-Man 221 was off too, and there's Crazy Stewpot. There's D-Man recovering. Crazy Stewpot now must be all over the back of Alex Brown. I think D-Man tried to go down the inside of Alex possibly there. And there's Stuart Davis. Can he take advantage of all this? Yeah, look, he's ahead of D-Man 221, so he's up into 3rd place now. Oh, Stuart's run a bit wide though. That's not going to help his times at all. But he's away again now, didn't cost him too much. Half a second maybe. Going around the last corner here. And he powers his way now onto the bank in, and there's Scuderia Sam chasing hard. And oh, he's broke traction again! 2 laps in a row, he's spun there. Well, a bit of a half spin this time, wasn't quite so bad. He's having an absolute nightmare of a race. Probably pushing a little bit too hard after his bad first lap. So that's really going to cost him now. He did actually make a couple of seconds on the last lap as they were all fighting at the front. But now he's fallen to 12 seconds back again, and there's BDC Sedan off again in the blue car. BDC Sedan is Dan Holloway in the PlayStation 4 races that we run, and frequently on pole position in those races. But he seems to be struggling a little bit here today in these caterhams. He seems to either be dominating or spinning like a spinning top. And today, unfortunately, it's the latter, but we know how fast he is and how capable a driver BDC Sedan is, so hopefully he can claw his way back into this race. He is in 11th at the moment, as Big Bad Wolf goes for a little cuddle with the wall there, takes off, but he's away again now, and onto the bank in. And who's that going down the inside? Oh, that's Scuderia Sam. He's just put a lap on him, but these Hondas have got a little bit less pace, of course, than his Caterhams, so it's not so surprising there. BDCC Dan is, he's fallen back to 12th now. Big Bad Wolf is behind him in 11th, in 13th. Oh, and there's Stuart. Stuart's passed for the lead. Stuart with a lunge on Alex. Stuart Davis, that is. And now Alex with a lunge of his own as well, down into turn 2. So Alex retakes the lead. This is a great battle for the lead of the race. And Alex Brown here is leading. He's putting up a stern defence of that position against Stuart Davis. And now Stuart Davis lunges again. Oh, and he pushes him off a little bit. And Alex was almost off the track there, and that's really disadvantaged his run out of that corner. And Stuart Davis now is away into the lead with a second advantage as they head onto the straight. And this is lap 10, so they're going to start lap 11 of 28. So Alex now will be hoping to stay in that slipstream and not let Stuart Davis pull away too much. He might use a couple of his push-to passes to make sure he stays with him, to give himself a chance, keep the pressure up on Stuart. But we know Stuart, of course, is an extremely quick driver. He's having a bit of air here as well, by the looks of it. It's a good thing they build those suspensions strong in these Caterhams. Oh, and it's a good thing they build that tyre wall strong too, because that's Stuart Davis hitting it, and the outside of turn 1. But thankfully for him, he's away again now. And oh, I know, Alex has rear-ended one of the AI drivers, and I think he's gone over there as well, the AI drivers. But Alex has carried on. He didn't lose too much time there. So both the leaders having a bit of an incident there on 2 consecutive corners. So you can see how hard these drivers are pushing each other to the absolute limits. They really want this. Alex Brown is absolutely pushing that car as fast as he can do. He can drive it. And Stuart Davis, of course, will want to win more than anyone, I would have thought, at the moment, because he's a very quick driver. He was on pole position. He stole it away from this man here, Scuderia Sam, who might have thought he had pole position initially, and then Stuart Davis used all of his push to passes on one lap and absolutely nailed it. and got pole by a couple of tenths. So yeah, he'll be wanting to convert that to a win. And he might have felt he should have had a win in Monza after he made a mistake on the Monza oval. And there's D-Man 221. Oh, and he's in the barrier too. He's understeered. He was trying to catch Crazy Stu Pot. But yeah, like I was saying, Stuart Davis probably thought he should have had that win on the Monza oval. But he made a little mistake near the end, and that allowed Crazy Stu Pot through to take that win. And he's also been up near the sharp end in some other races, but hasn't quite worked out for him. So you could say it's Stuart Davis's time here to seize this race. But it's a long way to go still. We're not even halfway. So a lot can happen still in this race. And of course, it's all got that pit stops to come too. Now, one mandatory pit stops. If you're not familiar with these races, then each driver has to make one pit stop, at least. And oh, I think that was an AI driver just going round, made contact, and and Scuderia Sam smashed into him. And look at this, the AI driver has taken out Scuderia Sam. He's crashed into him. Yeah, that's incredible scenes. And Scuderia Sam there, a shake of the head. Unbelievable, everything's going wrong today for him. And this is incredible scenes. That the AI driver, maybe he was paid by Stuart Davis, who knows? And now Scuderia Sam is away again. He's in the slipstream of, I think that was Big Bad Wolf's Honda there, look, the green Honda. And he's going down the inside on the banking. He takes that very low line there, does Scuderia Sam. You scrub a little bit of speed taking that tight line, but you've got shorter distance, of course, so... Anyway, he goes around turn 1. Oh, and Big Bad Wolf makes contact with Scuderia Sam and he pushes him off. And Big Bad Wolf has pushed Scuderia Sam off onto the outside of turn 1 here, so... Just when I said it's all going wrong, and probably didn't think it could get any worse, it has got worse. And he's lost even more time, so he's now 21 seconds behind Stuart Davis in first position, and this is surely his race ruined. Some of it of his own doing, of course. And he's going through the chicane now, so yeah, he's a bit on his own now. He's 9 seconds. No, he's nearly 30 seconds. Sorry, ahead of 6th placed Alex EDL in Honda, but he's about 16 seconds or so, 17 seconds behind D-Man 221, who we ride on board with now. But it's still a fantastic battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, even though Stuart Davis is pulling away at the front. He's got incredible pace at the moment. It's a very tight battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th between D-Man 221, Crazy Stu Pot and Alex James Brown. And this is a really good effort by Alex James Brown. You've seen him come into a few of these races that we've been hosting, and he doesn't attend all of them, but when he does attend, he's very quick, and even with minimal practice, he hasn't at all apparently practiced, as we see BDCC Dan going for another spin on this track and these cars. He just came into this race, didn't have a great qualifying, but he seems to be still getting up to speed a little bit, but he's battling near the sharp end, so fantastic effort from him. And as we can see here, D-Man 221, let's see the lines he's taken around this last corner. It's important to get a good exit here, so you have that speed on the straight, stay in that slipstream. You can gain just a few miles an hour even by staying in the slipstream here, so of course it's the track that's used by NASCAR and IndyCar quite often, and they know all about staying in the slipstream. So if we look at the Honda battle for a second, as the Caterham battle dies down for a bit, Alex CDL, there he is, look, good timing, as the camera switches to him. He's round in the second corner there in that white Honda. He is leading comfortably in this class at the moment, with Big Bad Wolf about over 40 seconds behind Alex, but it's about 40 seconds for a pit stop, and Big Bad Wolf has actually stopped already. So I believe anyway, that's what I'm being told, and Alex CDL hasn't, so this is going to be very close actually when he pits. So we'll see, this battle isn't over yet. Baz and Ninja's had a couple of incidents, as we've seen, so I don't think Baz is in the hunt at the moment, but you never know what can happen. And these Hondas are part of a DLC pack, so only if you've got I think that was Alex having a spin in the pit lane, was it? As he was coming in? Oh, he's alright, he's facing the right way now, but I'm sure he had a little pirouette on the way in there. But he's okay, he's in the pits, so we'll see where he comes out in relation to Big Bad Wolf's green Honda in the Honda battle. There's Baz the Ninja taking his Honda for a spin too. Not a literal spin, of course, this time anyway. We wait for Alex EDL to exit the pits. Right on board with Baz the Ninja. You can see a bit of lagging going on. This often happens on this Project Cars 2 game when you have more than, say, about 10 drivers on the track. It's oh, and Baz the Ninja's had a spin. As some drivers go flashing through. Spin at turn 1 for Baz the Ninja, that's not going to help much. He's already, well, he's in 11th place, 12th place, battling with some AI caterhams. But yeah, you do get some lagging when there's more and more cars involved in these races, and in this particular race we've got quite a few AI drivers, as you can see. Crazy Stupot going past one now. We've got some AI caterhams and we've got some AI touring cars as well. So on this relatively short track it creates absolute mayhem, let's be honest, and that's what we want to see. As spectators, we want to see exciting racing, lots of action, lots of overtaking, and I think so far in this race we are certainly seeing that with 16 laps gone now, 12 to go here. Stuart Davis still leads, he hasn't made a stop yet. In fact, none of the front 5 have. None of the front 6 have actually. Oh no, Chris has. Chris Doherty has made a stop. So yeah, the top 5 haven't made their stops yet, and Scuderi's down to 5th at the moment. He's fallen further behind, he's 26 seconds off the lead now. It's about 40 seconds for a pit stop, so hopefully he doesn't fall to a pit stop behind, because his race will really be ruined then, for his sakes. And Alex CDL there in 7th. He has indeed come out ahead of Big Bad Wolf by about 10 seconds or so, so it's a little bit bigger gap than we were expecting. And he's actually passed Chris Doherty now, Alex CDL. So I don't know if Chris Doherty has an incident now, as we see D-Man. Look, he's the first of the front runners to pit. D-Man in that yellow car, trundling down the pit lane now. And he's getting back up to speed as you see a car flashing through there on the outside. So he's looking in his mirrors, he's seeing who's coming, and I don't think anyone will be coming at him anytime soon. I don't think he's got a lot clear air there. Look at that. Absolutely perfect judgment from the virtual strategy team that D-Man 221 has, if he has such a thing. And yeah, fantastic. That's worked out really well for D-Man, so now he can get some quick laps in, and hopefully for his sake he can jump Alex Brown in 2nd, who he's been battling with. As you see, BTC Sedan going around the outside of one of the AI touring cars. And D-Man 221 and Alex Brown, they've had a lot of battles previously actually already. Oh, and this is Unfixed Drone. Oh, and unfortunately their Unfixed Drone, he's been disqualified from the race. You can see him in the pit lane, and he's not going anywhere fast at the moment. And that's a big shame. Unfixed Drone, he's been disqualified for speeding in the pits, and it's so easy to do coming off that high speed banking. Just brake a little bit too late, and that's your race done. And that's Unfixed Drone's race done too. Bit of a shame now. We like seeing Unfixed Drone in the race. He's a very clean, very fast, consistent driver. He might not have the pace of some of the regular front runners, but he's always putting himself in the mix. And well, we'll see him again, I'm sure. And now Stuart Davis, is he coming in the pits? I think he is, you know. Yes, Stuart Davis now, the leader. He is pitting. Stuart Davis trundles down the pit lane, and we're going to see now Alex Brown flash past, and he's got an open track ahead of him. And there's Crazy Stupot, he's not far behind at all, just over a second. So these two now are the new leaders, and they have to try and make up a couple of seconds on these few laps they've got now before they pit to come out ahead of Stuart Davis. So it's still all to play for here. Stuart can't afford to make any mistakes or get in any traffic. We'll see where he comes out. But yeah, Alex Brown and D-Man 221, they are rivals from the Willow Springs endurance race that we ran. And D-Man got the better of Alex there, so Alex will be hoping to turn that around today here when they were in the GT3 cars. And there's Stuart Davis exiting the pit lane. Where's he coming out? Oh, he's got loads of traffic. Stuart Davis has got a lot of traffic to contend with as he goes into turn 1 now. We'll see how quickly he can clear them. Riding on board now with Stuart in the West Wales karting liveried car, and that's Baz the Ninja's off. So that's one of the cars out of the way for Stuart. And now I think that's Alex CDL and the Honda just up ahead. So he needs to pass Alex as quick as he can. Oh, and Alex is off too. Alex has a big off actually at the exit of the chicane. I don't know how he managed to do that. He must have lit up the rear. A bit unfortunate for Alex there. But very fortunate indeed for Stuart Davis. He must be thinking, everyone's just getting out of my way today, this is brilliant. And I think the stars are aligned for Stuart Davis today. Everyone's got out of his way, he's got a clear track again. He can get the hammer down now. And while he's getting the hammer down, this is Crazy Stu having to go at Alex Brown for the lead. Alex Brown here is run a bit wide, he's understeered off the track at turn 2. And Crazy Stewpot now takes the lead in the other orange car. And Alex will be gutted about that you made that mistake. On lap 20 here, only 8 laps to go. And he'll be thinking as well that any time he loses here will cost him a position potentially to D-Man 221 as well. So yeah, Alex making an error. And hopefully he'll be able to catch back up to the back of Stewpot. And I'm sure Stuart Davis will hope that he catches back up too, because the more they battle, the better it is for him. And of course, Stuart Davis is... Oh, and there's BDC Sedan, he's gone round again. Look, he's having an absolute nightmare in this car, but knowing BDC Sedan, I'm sure he's having a lot of fun at the same time. And he's rejoining the track. Oh, and he's been rear-ended by an AI driver. I'm sure that's maybe he meant to do that, get a bit of momentum going. He's a clever, intelligent driver, so maybe that's the fastest way around that corner if you've had an accident, is just to get someone to bump start you again. And Alex Brown, as I was saying, yeah, so he's leading now. And Scuderia Sam is second because Crazy Stewpot has pitted. Crazy Stewpot in the pits. See where he comes back out in relation to Stuart Davis. Scuderia Sam, he's in second now. 11.9 seconds away from Alex Brown in the lead. And Stuart Davis has indeed moved past Crazy Stewpot. So Stuart Davis now 25 seconds off the lead. 5 seconds ahead of Crazy Stewpot, and a massive 20 is that right? Yeah, it is, look, 20 seconds ahead of D-Man 221, that's incredible. I don't know if D-Man 221's had an issue or if Stuart Davis has been extremely quick. I think both could be true. But at the moment, the quickest person on the track is Scuderia Sam in second. He's got the bit between his teeth, he's trying to make up some lost ground. And he's on a 1:16.2 on the last lap, which is the fastest we've seen for a while. So we'll see if he can catch Alex, but there's only 7 laps remaining of this race now, here at Texas Road Course. D-Man 221. Goes through the chicane, lap 21 here. And he's in 5th position, so his race really, when you look at the time, it's with Scuderia Sam actually. Because he's 45 seconds behind Alex. It's quite a long way behind Crazy Stewpot, and it's only about 40 seconds for a stop, so he's behind Alex at this rate. And there's Panzer Ninja, he's taking a scenic route through the last corner. He's back up to speed now in that yellow Honda, and he's in 13th at the moment. So a bit of lagging going on. So yeah, D-Man 221 is actually looking at Scuderia Sam here in a battle for 4th and 5th. At the moment, unless he can pick up the pace a bit. He must have had an incident at some point, I think, because he's closed up the gap a little bit now. Look, he's only 42 seconds behind. He's made a few seconds up. Of course, these time splits can vary a little bit depending on where the cars are on the circuit, whether they're on the straight relative to the other one or not. Now we ride on board with Alex in the Honda. Oh, Alex has had a bit of an incident. He's hit a cone. Bit of cone abuse, it goes flying over his head. Carries on, that's not going to cost him too much time. And I think that's BDC Sedan, I think that was up ahead. Usually when you see a dust cloud, it could be BDC Sedan ahead. Yes, I think it is BDC Sedan ahead. Oh, and Alex has lost it. I don't know if he got into turbulent air there or not behind the caterham, but Alex absolutely lost it coming out of the last corner. I don't know if he's got traction control off. We might have to investigate whether he does or not. I know Scuderia Sam has turned his traction control off for this race because he was struggling to get the front end of the car in a bit, but it's cost him dearly because he's had 2 spins. But Alex as well, that's cost him dearly too, because now he's behind Big Bad Wolf now, look. So Big Bad Wolf in 7th, Alex CDL in 8th in the Honda battle, and there's 9 seconds separating them. So that's all to play for with 6 laps to go. Chris Doherty is just 10 seconds up the road from that battle, but he's a minute behind D-Man 221 in 5th. So he's a little bit He's a little bit by himself, is Chris, in this race, but he's still got plenty of work to do, overtaking cars left, right and centre, these AI drivers and whatever gets in his way. There's Big Bad Wolf leading the Honda battle by 6 seconds now from Alex CDL. You might see Alex in the background. Yeah, there he was, I think, just flashing through in the background in the white Honda. And now we ride on board with the Big Bad Wolf. Fantastic shots here as he goes round the bank in and on board with Big Bad Wolf's green Honda. I don't know if his car is sponsored by tea or not. Of course he's partial to a brew or two, is Big Bad Wolf. A racing brew. He usually has a racing brew before he starts a race. As he goes around turn 2 now. Maybe his car's sponsored by green tea today. And he's actually pulled a bit of time out on Alex there, so he's pulling away from Alex. So fantastic showing here from Big Bad Wolf, and of course these two have got some rivalry between them from previous virtual races that we've run at Westwoods Karting, and particularly the last race at Le Rouen, the French track in the Aston Martin Classic Vintage cars. And in that race, Big Bad Wolf looked like he had it. Well, first of all, Big Bad Wolf and Alex CDL are absolutely in a league of their own. They dominated that race in the wet, damp, foggy, nighttime conditions. And eventually Big Bad Wolf looked like he was going to win it, but on the half a lap to go or so, Alex CDL took the position away and they were very close to crossing the line. So Big Bad Wolf will be very motivated today to finish ahead of Alex CDL, I'd imagine. And claim the win in that Honda battle. Right on board now with Alex Brown. Is he going to pit this lap on lap 25? So he'll be pitting soon. He hasn't pitted yet. He goes round again in the lead. But Scuderi Sam's catching him a bit. Oh, and there's a couple of cars glitched there, and that was I think that was BDC Sedan. He was going round again. Certainly a fan favourite. And Alex Brown carries on his way. But yeah, he's lost a little bit of time. Scuderi Sam has gained a couple of seconds on him, but it's not been enough for him to catch him back up and challenge him at all. So Scuderi Sam will be looking at the timing sheets at D-Man221 now, see where he is. And they'll be thinking about a battle on the last lap or two with each other, I'd imagine. So we ride on board now. And Stuart Davis, he's pulled away again from Crazy Stewpot. Who's that going off? It's not a BDC Sedan again, is it? I think it was. But yeah, it is. BDC Sedan, he was off again in that blue car. And that's incredible. He's putting on a show here today, his BDC Sedan. He's never boring. And Alex Brown isn't boring either, because he's in the lead. And is he going to pit now? No, he's going round again, so he'll be pitting on the penultimate lap. And Scuderi Sam, I think, is he going to follow? It's hard to know when he comes down that low on the track, but yeah, I think he was just going down low on the track to avoid the glitch in the AI car now, so it's always safe to do that. So he's gone round again too, so the front two will be pitting on the last but one lap with Stuart Davis there, looking to claim the win as long as he keeps it on the track here. Although he's flying at the moment, literally flying, with a bit of glitching going on. So Stuart Davis now just has 2 laps to go to claim his maiden win in the virtual racing. And Crazy Stewpot is still chasing him hard though. D-Man as well. And we'll see who's got their push to passes saved up. See if anyone can make a run in these last couple of laps. As Alex Brown exits the last corner now. He'll be pitting on this lap, otherwise he'll be disqualified. And we're looking at some replays now, because unfortunately the last couple of laps of the race did not record on the replay in Project Cast 2. So it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get to see the final a couple of laps because it was a fantastic battle. Although Stuart Davis was out in the lead and Crazy Stewpot was second, but Crazy Stewpot had to overtake Alex on the very last lap, Alex Brown that is. So that was great action as Alex came out of the pits. He was ahead, but then Stewpot managed to get past. And then in the battle for 4th and 5th, D-Man managed to nick it away from Scooter Sam despite having a 6-second penalty for cutting the chicane in the middle of the circuit. He still managed to get ahead because Scooter Sam had a bit of an incident again on the last lap. A nightmare of a race for him. So you're seeing some slow-mos now. This is Alex Brown. So yeah, Alex Brown finished 3rd, D-Man 4th, Scooter Sam 5th. And Chris Doherty there in the other Caterham, he finished in 6th. And in the battle of the Hondas, it was Big Bad Wolf getting his revenge from the Aston Martin race, beating Alex CDL into 7th and 8th positions. So we look at the results board now, confirmation. So yeah, Stuart Davis getting his maiden win, a fantastic performance from him after suffering on the first lap, going back down to last place, making his way back through the field, an absolutely vintage performance. BTCC down in 12th after a number of spins, Baz and Ninja 14, and sadly the unfixed Rome disqualified. So there you have it, another fantastic race. Join us next time for more West Wales karting virtual action.